Hey everyone, Phantom Limb Gamer. Gonna do a walkthrough of The Legend of Zelda. This walkthrough is really for people who are new to the game or new to the series that haven't played it before. So for those that have played the game or beaten the game many times, just I guess bear with me. I'm gonna walk through it and explain how I do certain things and why I do them for those that haven't played the game before. That, by the way, if you haven't, I strongly recommend playing it. Anyway, so Legend of Zelda, um, based off, I forget the creator's name, but it's inspired by adventures that he had when he was a kid, where he would go in the woods and he'd come across various animals and stuff like that, and discovered new things. And so that's how this game was came about. This is where the inspiration for it came from. There's two Triforces: the Triforce of Power and the Triforce of Wisdom. And you have the Princess. So Zelda, it says Legend of Zelda. Zelda is the Princess of Hyrule, and she has the Triforce of Wisdom. And Ganon has a Triforce of Power. So what Princess Zelda did was she took the to protect it from Ganon, she broke up the Triforce of Wisdom, and she split it into 8 different pieces and spread them out throughout Hyrule. And so Link, who was the protagonist, who's the little green guy here on my screen, he's tasked for finding each of the 8 pieces of the Triforce. And then he's got to go fight Ganon, who is the antagonist. And he, because Ganon has a Triforce of Power. So Link is out trying to get the Triforce of Power to prevent Ganon from ruling all of Hyrule. So that's kind of the point of the game. On in the adventure here, you'll come across many different monsters, such as these guys here. And you collect a lot of different weapons, rubies along the way, weapons and rubies along the way. The rubies can be used to purchase weapons, medicine, and equipment throughout your journey and to get to Ganon. There's hidden caves, there's hidden levels, there's hidden dungeons, I should say. So you have to, if you've never played the game before, you got to kind of search around. But this is where I come in. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to show you where you can find certain things. If you can see up in the upper right corner, you see 3 hearts. That's your health. Depending on the creature, when you get hit, you'll either take half a heart or a full heart. In some cases, 2 hearts, depending on how strong the enemy is. So as you're going along, you can get what are called heart containers, which are full hearts that will add to the 3 hearts that you have. And the more hearts you get, the more you can upgrade your sword. So right now you start with a wooden sword, which is the most basic sword of the game. As you go along, more heart containers you get, you can upgrade eventually to the white sword, which is a little bit stronger. And then even after that, you can get what they call the magic sword, which would be renamed to the master sword in later sequels to the game. So to start, it's best to kind of walk around. You want to accumulate rubies, bombs, and some equipment before you move on to level 1, especially if you're just starting the game. So that's what I'm doing. Right now I'm just walking around and I am getting some rubies. And I'll show you what I mean. I mentioned before there's like hidden caves and stuff. So this will be an example. I'll get my butt kicked. So here's a hidden cave. Underneath the thing that I went next to is called an Armos. It's one of the enemies. The only see how they just sit still? They don't come alive until you go right next to them like that. I wouldn't recommend killing them. Certain enemies give you a lot of loot, a lot of hearts. Some enemies give you nothing. Or most give you nothing. They don't give you hearts. They don't give you. There's really no advantage of killing them, other than if you have to, if you're forced to like not die. Oh, there we go. Heart would be nice here. No, of course not. So I gotta be careful. So that beeping that you hear, that's warning me that I only have one heart left. So I'm in danger of dying. So I gotta be very careful. Of course, I'm not getting hearts. Why would they give me hearts? That would only help me. Oh, there we go. The fairy I got, that sprite, she'll randomly pop up when you kill characters to help fill your hearts, but there's also fairy fountains, they call them, where Sprite is there and she will fill your hearts completely for you. When you get her, God, jeez, smoked here. And I just died. When you get her, when she pops up, when you kill an enemy, she doesn't, she only fills part of your hearts. When you go to see her fairy fountain, she will fill up all your hearts. Alright. Oh, I got 65 rubies, so now I'm going to go buy a blue candle. So with the blue candle, you can use it as a weapon. Typically not as strong as your sword, but you can use it as a weapon if you need to. But it's also used for two other reasons. One of the two reasons is because you can burn down bushes, and you can reveal caves that have rubies. But you can also, as you get into later levels, I believe starting in level 4, you can actually, when you go into some of the rooms of the dungeons, they're dark. So you can actually use the candle to light up the room, so you can see where you are, what you're doing. So right here is one of the bushes you can burn to get rubies. The other thing is when you reveal these hidden caves, they're not always like bonuses and rubies and stuff. Sometimes there's a guy and he's just like, pay me for the door repair charge. So I'm not going to reveal those locations because I don't know all of them. I know most of them, but and there's no way to tell when you burn down a bush, you know, if it's going to be something like you get or if it's going to be where they charges you a door repair charge. He takes like 15 or 20 rubies. But here's a heart container. So you see in the upper right corner there, I went from 3 to 4 heart containers, which obviously will help me. These weavers always give you a lot of loot, as you can see. I still haven't gotten any bombs either. I need to get bombs. There's more rubies. Oh, come here. Thank you. All right, and there's more rubies in here. I'm going to go over here because there's going to be more rubies from these guys. I really need to get bombs. There are 3 different locations with hidden rubies where you get 100 rubies. One thing you want to be careful of, the max rubies you're allowed to carry is 255. You want to be cognizant of that because if you find one of the 100 rubies, I'll show you each of those locations. You don't want to, like if you have like 180 some rubies, you don't want to get the 100 rubies because you can only get 255. So you'll basically be screwed out of having some rubies. So just be cognizant of that. I'll show you one of the places here where you can get the 100 rubies. Also, you can get a letter, and I'll show you that up here. So the letter that you get, it'll say, give this letter to the old lady. This allows you to get medicine. So there's two types of medicine you can get in the game. There's red medicine and there's blue medicine. So the blue medicine is, they both do the same thing. They both refill your hearts completely. The difference is the blue medicine can be used once, whereas the red medicine can be used twice. So because it can be used twice, obviously it's going to cost more money, more rubies. So here's one of the locations. This is 100 rubies. And your rubies are right up here, right to the left of the blue candles. Underneath that, you're wondering what that little icon is, or it says it's an icon and then times 0. That's how many keys you have. When you go into the labyrinths or the levels, you accumulate keys because there's locked doors. Right below that, that blue ball, that's your bombs. To begin with, you can get either 4 or 8 bombs. However, as you adventure throughout as you go through the different levels, level 5 and level 7 gives you the opportunity to add to your total max bombs. So right now my max bombs are 8, but once I get into level 5, if I have 100 rubies, I'll meet the old man, and I can upgrade that to 100 bombs, or to, not 100 bombs, to 12 bombs. And then again in level 7, I can spend another 100 rubies, and then I can get a total max of 18 bombs. Hey, there's some bombs, speaking of which. Let's see if I can get more. Okay, so now bombs, there's actually 2 places right out here that I can use them. Right off the bat. These guys are back already. Okay. Oops. That was cool. So this little area here, usually with the hidden bomb spots, you can tell kind of by looking at it if there should be a door there. So this is 30. So now it doesn't really make sense for me to find any hidden rubies unless I know for sure it's like 10. Just because I would be losing out. In other words, if I got a 30 ruby spot, I'd be missing out on, what, 13 rubies or so? And that really isn't advantageous. Actually, there is a... Well, I got 5 hearts. I can... Actually, I'm gonna... I guess it's about the same distance. Okay, so, as I mentioned before, you do get sword upgrades in the game, and it depends on how many heart containers you have. Once you reach 5 heart containers, so you start with 3, so you have to accumulate 2 extra heart containers, you can upgrade yourself to the white sword, and that's where I'm going. So now I got the white sword. The white sword is a little bit stronger. So a lot of the blue creatures, like the blue guys that were shooting rocks, are called octa. They're only going to require 1 hit now. The moblins, which were the guys shooting the arrows at me, the yellow ones are off-colored red, I guess, whatever color they are. They required 2 hits, and the blue ones required 3 hits. So now the blue ones will require 2 hits, and the yellowish ones will require 1 hit. Those are falling rocks, in case you're wondering what those are. This game is really fun because it's such a... For a Nintendo... And by the way, this is the first Nintendo game that was created that actually has had a built-in I guess hard drive, I guess you could say, or chip that you could actually save your games. I forget where I was going. Well, actually, since I'm here, I may as well go into level 1. So, as I mentioned, there's 8 well, there's 9 different levels, but the Triforce is split into 8 different levels. You can't get into level 9 until you have accumulated all the pieces. So level 1, this is only for level 1. You see up here where you got the locked door. This right here, this is a locked door. If you just go out and go right back in, you'll notice it's not locked anymore. Kind of a cool little trick, especially, I mean, I've played the game many, many times, so I don't really, it doesn't, you know, if I waste a couple keys, it won't matter, because I know all the different secret passages you can get through the bomb holes. But if you're just starting, stuff like that is good to know, because you're going to get keys, and you're going to go into doors, locked doors, and on the other side, there's really not anything you really need. So basically, you just wasted a key. This is a stopwatch. So when you get it, you see I'm blinking. If there was enemies in here, they would all stop, and you're invincible, and you can kill them. But of course, it only lasts when you're in the room. Once you leave it, it's no longer, doesn't work anymore. The skeletons are called Stelphos. I don't know why they call them that, not just skeletons, but it is what it is. See my total rubies at 255. Now I can't go any higher than that. Let's see. I think I got enough bombs to do this. Let's see. Oh. These things are called gels. Later on, like when I get to level 3, you'll see they're called Zols. And they're like, when you have the wooden sword and if you stab a Zol, they turn into little gels like that. Each one Zol turns into 2 little gels. But I have the white sword, so I'll be able to kill the Zols with 1 hit. Another locked door. These things are called Garayas, and they have boomerangs they toss at you. Gotta be careful not to get hit. Oh, I got more bombs. That's good. Garayas are about the only, I'm trying to think, but the only non-blue creature that'll give you bombs. This is very odd. So this is the bow. So this is my first weapon that I get other than my sword. I can't use the bow until I get arrows. The arrows I have to purchase. Once I get the arrows, I'll go in a little bit more detail how those work. The bow, there's certain items in this game that you don't need to have to beat the game. Like, you don't need the blue ring. You don't need you get a magic wand. You don't need the magic book. So there's certain things in this game that, you see there's that locked door there. I'm not going to go in it because I know that I can go over here and bomb a hole up through here if I can save that key. That thing that I just got is a compass. So if you look in the upper left corner, I got the map. So that blue diagram there is the map of the level. So you see that little green little dot? See, I'm going to go in this door here. It's going to move from where it is to the next one over. See, that's me walking. That thing I just got, the compass, you see that red flashing dot? What that is, that's where the Triforce is. Some levels give you 1 weapon, some give you 2. This level happens to give you 2. One of the weapons I'm going to get here in a second is probably one of the most useful in the game. It has several purposes. So I just got it. It's the boomerang. So one of the purposes that it has is you can actually... so if there's a ruby like right here and I was standing over here, I can actually use the boomerang to retrieve the ruby or heart or whatever. So that's one purpose. The other purpose, it can actually kill smaller enemies, such as the gels, the bats that I were killing, which are actually called keys. But the other thing is, you can see here, it stuns the enemy for a brief second. Those things I just killed are called wall masters. The wall masters, if they grab you, they actually bring you back to the beginning of the level, and they take energy away. They take hearts away from you. So 2 negatives. This guy is called Aquamentus, and he's like a unicorn. So I got another heart. So right here, this is my first Triforce, and boom. That's the first piece of the Triforce. So now it's on to level 2 and to get another piece of the Triforce and another weapon. Before I do that, I think I'm going to get some extra weapons. I got a lot of money to spend. Actually, I'm going to go get the blue ring. As I mentioned before, the blue ring will upgrade your armor. So you don't... as you notice, I get hit once and I'm losing hearts. So the blue ring will make it so it's going to require an extra hit to take hearts away from me. I'm actually going to go this way. These things are called Octoroks. There's blue ones and there's red ones. They're probably the most basic enemies in the game. They're easy to kill. Some of them go really fast, though, as you've probably been noticing. They can be harder to hit. There's another ruby spot right up above it on the wall there, but it won't make any sense for me to get it because I'm at max rubies, so I would be kind of screwed out of those rubies. And once you get them, they're gone. They don't appear again. This one's a fast one, but see how that boomerang stuns them? It's really cool. It's actually really helpful, especially when you get in the later levels. Once you get to enemies like the likes, enemies like that are hard to kill or can take a lot of life away from you, it's helpful to be able to stun them for a minute. Okay, so I'm making my way to the blue ring. It's going to upgrade my armor. Oop. So all the rubies I have are about to go away because blue ring is by far the most expensive item in the game. I'm going to kill this guy just because. So there it is, the blue ring. 250. You'll notice it when I go out of here, I'm going to turn blue. See? There I am, blue Link. All the rubies I just worked so hard for have gone away. These are the moblins I was talking about. Shoot the arrows at you. So I want to get more rubies right now. There's 2 spots right over here where I can get more rubies. This is another 100 rubies right here. Okay. Before I go to level 2, I'm going to go get another heart container. I want to show you this. When I was talking about the old lady where you get the medicine, that's right here. Since I'm here, I'm not going to buy any, but at least show you. So this lady's just going to be standing there like, hey, how's it going? How's it hanging? And you just kind of see that letter that I got, you just push B, and there you go. So now she is spread out through Hyrule. So there's many places you can go, and I'll show you a few places where you can get medicine. As I mentioned, the blue medicine can be used once, the red can be used twice. They both fill your hearts completely. Comes in very useful when you get into the later levels with some of the stronger enemies, such as Gomas. Gomas are in level 6, level 9. I don't think there's any in level 8. They're really annoying, and they're really hard to kill. Especially the blue ones. The other ones, not so tough. Blue ones are tough. I want to go this way. One little hint, too, that you can do is when you, oops, see how I got hit and it didn't take all my take energy away? That's because I got the blue ring. Another hint that you can do is if you're going through the game and you notice the enemies keep respawning. If you get to a screen, if you leave one enemy, like if you kill all the enemies in a screen except for one, I'll give you an example here. So I'm going to leave that one alone. So remember this spot. So when I go back there later on, that one will be there, but they won't. Not all of them will respawn. It'll just be that one. So if there's like a tougher part of the game where you know you're going to have to go through a lot and you don't want to keep killing the enemies, you could just more bombs. You could just try to kill all of them except for one, because then you only have to deal with that one. But then once you kill that one and you wait a while, they'll respawn again. Ooh, look at all the rubies I'm getting. Oh, nuts. So down here, there's another heart container. You might be thinking to yourself, well, why doesn't he just go get it? It's right there. Well, I'll show you. I can't. The reason I can't get it is because it requires that you get a step ladder. And I'll be getting that ladder in level 4. And since I'm right here, I'm going to buy my arrows. So now that I'm going to buy arrows, I will be able to use my bow. Now, the only thing you want to be cognizant of, I'll show you as I equip it here. Watch my rubies. See where it says 70 rubies? Watch when I shoot an arrow. See that? Every arrow that you shoot is going to take up a ruby. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So just be careful. There's really only... Well, actually, there's two. There's one level. There's 2 levels that you need the bow, and actually, the bow and arrow are vital, and you can't beat the game without them. Because in level 6, you got to fight Goma, and he can only be killed with an arrow to the eye. Right here's another bomb spot, and there's another heart container here. So now I'm going to go to level 2. Let's see how I'm going to get it. Right in this tree right here is the other 100 rubies. I may as well just get them now. So now I'm going to make my way to level 2. It's right over here. I couldn't get bombs to save my life at the beginning when I started the game. Now I'm getting them a lot. I'm using my boomerang. I'm gonna stun them. See how that comes? See how handy that comes in? You can just keep doing that all day too. And you're invincible to them. They can't even hit you when you freeze them like that. See how I got that watch and they froze? They can't hit me. They can't move. They can't do anything. So now I'm going into level 2. Or dungeon 2, whatever you want to call it. I think the game refers to them as levels. Yep, upper left corner says level 2. So in this first room here, these are called ropes. Or they're just snakes. But man, they give you a lot of loot. See how I'm stockpiling keys? I'll have probably 10 or 11 of them by the time the game ends. Actually, by the time you get to level 8, you can get the master key, which is basically it's unlimited keys or opens every door, or however you want to say it. But once you get the magic key, you don't ever run out of keys. So there's really four more things that I need rubies for. So I need to get the meat, which is 60 rubies. I need to get I think what else I need to get. Oh, see how they all disappeared? Sometimes if you kill the master one, they all die. It's kind of interesting. I need to get the meat. Oh, I need to get the magic shield. And then so that's 150. The meat is 60. The magic shield is 90. And then I need 200 additional ones because the bomb upgrades are 100 each. So this is where I'll get the weapon for level 2. It's a magic boomerang. So watch. See that one goes that far? Magic boomerang goes all the way across the screen. See all these bomb spots I'm doing? It's really helpful to know those, especially if you're just starting, because it's a great way to save your keys. Because once you use a key, it's used. You can't get it back. There are more ropes in here. I killed them, okay. See all the rubies they're giving me? Oh, by the way, the blue rubies are worth 5 rubies, whereas the other rubies that I get are only worth 1. I don't know if you can hear that noise, but it sounds like heavy breathing. Once you hear that, you know that the boss is right near. This guy is called the Dongo, and you just put 2 bombs in his mouth, or what you could try to do is have him eat a bomb, and once he eats it, you can kill him. Otherwise, you won't be able to kill him. So you can either have him try to eat the bomb and stab him, or you can just put 2 bombs in his mouth, and that'll kill him too. So there we go. We got level 2 finished. We got the magic boomerang. So that's 2 levels down. We have 6 more to go before we can get into the final palace. Or the final level. 235 rubies. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy the meat. And then work my way to level 3. That clock can come in really handy. Okay, remember now, that screen where I killed all but one of the enemies, that blue enemy, the what's called a weaver, coming in and out of the sand. I'll show you. You'll notice there's only one in here because I left him in here, so I won't have to worry. I'm going to kill him anyway, but I just wanted to show you that. Oops. I forgot I don't have the magic shield right now. If I had the magic shield right now, I could actually block those. At some point, I'm going to do a walkthrough. Oh, there's another. I forgot there's another bomb spot right there. At some point, I'm going to do a walkthrough of Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link, which is the sequel to this game. That game is a lot different. It's got a much, much different feel to it. While it is, they have the same overworld view as this one. The enemies, they're like shadows, and if they hit you, they suck you in, and then it turns into like a side scroll, and that's where you kill the enemies. Plus, in the second one, you get magic, you get spells, you can upgrade your sword. You don't upgrade your sword by getting different swords, but you can upgrade the power, like, or the attack level, whatever you want to call it, and then you can do the same with your magic. So the more you upgrade your magic, the less magic it takes to cast spells. And the end boss, it's really weird. The end boss, every time you die, they show a silhouette of Ganon, but you don't actually fight Ganon in the game. The end boss, you're actually fighting yourself, a shadow of yourself. So here's the meat. The meat I'm going to need for level 7. The other thing the meat does is that you can lay it down for enemies. I'll show you. I don't ever use it. Some people use it, but I don't. I just don't see any use or any real advantage of it. The only thing that it can do is it draws the enemies to it. So it just makes it so they really congregate. So watch, they'll all kind of congregate towards it. You see that? So it's just easier to kill them. They don't walk around as much. But that's really the only advantage. Okay, I'm going to go to level 3. By the way, there is a one of those secret passages I told you about where the guy takes your money. This is one of them right here. So don't go in there. Gets really annoying finding those guys if you're trying to, because you're trying to accumulate rubies, and then like you go and you find these caves, you get a 30 or you get 10 or you get 100, and all of a sudden you go into one and they take like 20 away from you. So this is level 3. These are those Zols I was talking about. They're usually good for some loot too. These guys are called dark nuts, and there's yellow ones and there's blue ones. The yellow or orange, whatever color, they're pretty easy to kill. The blue ones are tough. I'll have to kill some blue ones in level 5. There's a whole bunch of them that I gotta kill. So I got the compass again. These are the keys. These spiky things right there that just close, those are called traps. Obviously, if they get you, you'll lose energy. For the locked doors, here's what I do. Because if you just stand there and lock it, it'll get you. I just go like this, and then I go in. So here's more dark knots. You can't hit them from the front, as you can see. But I just got a stopwatch, so I can do this. So down here, this is where the raft is going to be. There's a whole row of dark knots here. If you want to kill them, you can. If you're new to the game, I wouldn't recommend it. Really, if you're new to the game, I wouldn't kill any enemy that is really not necessary to kill. Because, number one, you're wasting time. And number two, you risk dying or getting hurt and, you know, losing hearts. And by the time you get to the end boss, you don't have enough hearts to kill them. And you end up getting killed and have to start over. Well, start over from the beginning of the level with 3 hearts, by the way. Because when you die, and you come back, you know, when you die and you start up again, they start you from the beginning of the game for 1 and 2, and they only give you 3 full hearts, so you got to find a fairy. Those white floating, I always thought they were popcorn balls. They're called bubbles. Now, if they hit you, they don't take any strength away from you, but watch. See, I got a sword here? Watch this. I don't have a sword now. At least temporary. So they temporarily take your sword away. There's more keys. If your need for bombs are right here, otherwise you can always leave. So let's say you're out of bombs, or let's say you have full bombs like I do, and you want to save those. You don't want to get them because maybe later on in the game you need bombs. If you don't get them, you come back on this room later on in the game and you kill the bats again, they'll be there. So you can just leave them if you think you're going to run out of bombs. Trying to find the map so you can see what this over down here. I think the map is maybe up here. Because I want to show you what the level looks like. Now, in some rooms, you kill the enemies and the door will... See how that door's closed? A lot of times, if you walk in the room, you'll see a door close like that, and then when you kill the enemies, it'll reopen. If it doesn't reopen, or if a door doesn't open, you can just push the block. It's always going to be the block on your left. Some rooms are going to look different, though, and as we go through the game, I'll show you. So he's referring to the white sword that I got. I thought the map was going to be over here. Guess not. Now, you can go into the second... There's a second quest of this game. And everything is switched around. And sometimes you go in these rooms with him, and he'll say, leave your money or your life. And you better have 100 rubies, because if you don't, you got to give him a heart container, and you don't get it back. Really kind of annoying. Oh, wait, I think the map is over here. Yeah, there it is. So there's the map. See, each map looks different. This one's a little bit bigger than level 1 and 2. You hear that noise? Right there. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't have the volume up that all, but that means that, again, that means the enemy's near. There's a place I can blow a hole right here. It brings me right to the enemy. This is Manhandler. He can only be killed, well, not only with bombs, but he's easily killed with bombs. I got lucky there. I killed all 4 of them. Sometimes if you just kill one of his claws, he'll go a little faster. Kill 2 of his claws, he goes faster yet, and then he goes really fast. Alright, so we got level 3. I got the raft. Now I'm going to make my way to level 4. And level 4 and level 3 and 4 are really close to each other, so it's really convenient. I'm gonna go get my magic shield first, so I have that. So in some shops that's 90, that's the cheapest you can get it for. In some they're like 120, and I think there's even one where it's 160. So when you get the magic shield, just be cognizant of what you're paying for, because obviously you don't want to pay, you know, more than you have to. So this is level 4 right here. I got the raft. And if you remember what I was talking about with the candle, it can light up dark rooms. I'll give you an example of that soon here. A good rule of thumb, if you're walking around and you don't have a key, and you need a key, a good rule of thumb is go into rooms that just kill all the enemies, because sometimes a key will just randomly pop up. These guys are really, really annoying unless you have the magic sword, because they split into bats. Then they respawn right away. So this is a dark room. You can go to your candle, that, and you can light it up. I don't really kill these guys unless I have to, just because they're really annoying. These are the Zols. You can only see their eyes. Ah. So right now we're going to go with the step ladder. And once I have the step ladder, I'll be able to acquire another heart container. And actually, I'll be able to acquire a second heart container, because I have the raft. You see those things, those yellow things? You can't see my finger, but the yellow things that look like, I don't know, tubes, I guess. Those are called likes. And if you look up what a like is, like on Google, you'll see it's just a bunch of snakes wrapped. But if they get a hold of you, they actually eat your magic shield. Then you gotta spend another 90 rubies to buy another one. That is annoying. So there's a step ladder. So here's what the step ladder will do for you. Aside from getting me another heart container. You see these gaps of water here? You can just climb right over them like that. Now I can get over that. Over here is the map. These are the gels. There is the reason I didn't open that locked door in that other room, I'll show you. See that? I would have wasted a key. Totally would have wasted a key, because I wouldn't have been able to go anywhere. So you can see the map there again. These are just so freaking annoying. Alright. Once you get the Master Sword, or the Magic Sword, they can kill them in one shot. So here's Manhandler again. See how I wasn't able to kill him with one bomb there? Now I gotta actually stab his claw. He's so fast. Oh dear. I can't get him. There we go. Oh, and I got a fairy. That was helpful. It's another one. I don't need to use that key because right above this, where I got the room where I got the map, I can blow a hole, blast a hole right here. And there's rubies. And blast another hole right here. There's the other end of the locked door. Now this room we gotta be careful because these things, there's actually a block right directly, well, 2 squares in front of me. You'll see here. This room we gotta be careful because those traps will get you. And it's not an instant death by any means, but you're about to fight the boss, so you want to make sure you have as many hearts as you can get. So in this case, I have to kill. I think these are called buyers, I think they're called. I just call them annoying, bouncing things. Now, once you get the magic sword and you kill them with one shot, they actually give you quite a bit. So this is called Hydra, the dragon. He's a 2-headed one. There's also one in level 8 is a 4-headed one that you got to kill. That thing floating around, that's its head that I just chopped off. Killed it. Got my heart container. And we have the 4th piece of the Triforce. Now what I'm going to do is, because I want the magic sword. To get the magic sword, you need 13 heart containers. So, I'm sorry, 12, not 13. So I currently have 10. So I can go get 2 additional heart containers right now, and then I'm going to get my magic sword. And then I'm going to kick some serious butt. So it's a little bit of a walk, but it is what it is. So I got to get the 2 heart containers, and then I got to go to the other side of Hyrule and get the magic sword. When I get the magic sword, I'm going to get there's an item called a magic bracelet. And it'll make things a little bit easier because it allows you, there's different warps in this game that you can open up once you get the magic bracelet. And it takes you to certain places, makes it a little bit easier to travel. Saves you some time. So here's a raft area again. Up here there is a heart container. By the way, always get the heart container. Don't ever get the medicine. You can buy the medicine. You can't buy heart containers. So don't ever get the medicine. Unless you're doing something like a 3 heart run. Some people, after they beat the game enough times, they try to beat it different ways. Some people do just a 3-heart run where they won't get any heart containers, and they'll just try to beat the game with 3 hearts. You can try that. It's difficult, but so remember how I couldn't get across this before? Well, no, I can. All right, I got my 3, 6, 9, 12 hearts. So now I'm off to get my magic sword. Pick up 5 rubies along the way. So I'm going to kind of take a shortcut here. All the way to the other side here. Where we're actually going is called Death Mountain, and it's where the level 9 is actually. We're not going to go quite by level 9. Oh, get that. But it's in the same vicinity. So I'm just going to cross the river here. My trusty step ladder. Go down here. First thing I'm going to get is the bracelet that I was talking about. That's right here. See that? That's my bracelet. It's going to allow me to move blocks so I can get into a warp zone. There's actually one right over here. If I didn't have the magic shield, I would not be able to block those, by the way. There's another, if you get to level 6 and you need medicine, there's another one right here. That's medicine there. First, I'm gonna get the magic sword. If I don't kill those things won't come back. Right here is the magic sword. So now I'm gonna whoop some butt. Oh, I want to show you this. If you're ever in a need to get rubies, the ghosts here, you can't kill them. However, let's see if I can get up. If you just stand by here, a whole bunch of them will just keep appearing. You'll probably get hit a couple times like that. But, see that? I just got a whole bunch of rubies. And you can do that. It's a great way to get rubies if you really need them. So it's off to level 5. I have enough rubies for my bomb upgrade. Even if I get medicine. So I'm going to get medicine just because I'll still have enough for my bomb upgrade. So I need 100 for my bomb upgrade. Okay, got my medicine. Don't know that I'll need it, but I have it if I do. So this right here, you just push that, it opens up a staircase, and now you can warp. There's like 3 or 4 different areas, so this is another place it'll take you to. The place I'm looking for, though, is much closer to level 5. So you can just keep going to these different ones. Oop. This is where I want to be. See how much faster that was? Not having to walk all over the place. Alright, so here, if I just keep going up, it's going to be the same scene. But once you go up 4 times, it reveals level 5. And you'll hear a do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, level 5. Over here, our pulse voice. if you ever, I don't know if you're familiar with the Famicom is, YouTube it if you're not familiar, because the Famicom is like the Japanese Nintendo, and they have the Legend of Zelda. It's the same game, except you can actually scream in the remote. It's got like a speaker, and when you do that, it actually kills these things automatically. They don't do that in the Nintendo version. In the Nintendo version, you need arrows. You can kill them with your sword, but it takes like 3 or 4 hits, whereas an arrow is just 1 hit. And they usually give you pretty good loot too, because it requires Ruby just to fire an arrow at them. I'm going to bomb a hole over here. If I had the white sword, these things take 4 shots to kill. I don't want to get those yet. Save those. Well, actually, I can get them because I'm going to be getting more bombs. What's cool about getting the bomb up? No, these are the dark knots. These are the blue ones. These ones are a lot tougher. What's cool about getting the bomb upgrade is that, let's say you only have like 2 bombs and you buy the upgrade, they automatically refill you to 12 bombs max. Again, you can't stab these guys head on because they're shields. You have to get behind them or on the side of them. But now I have my throwing sword because I have full energy, so it makes it a little easier. By the way, you can't move that until all the enemies are killed in a room. Unless the enemy is a bubble. If the bubble, you can't, because you can't kill bubbles, so. I'm going to go down here. Over here is where the bomb upgrade is. He's going to say, I bet you'd like to have more bombs. You bet I would. See how it refilled my bombs? Now my max bombs goes to 12. So the equipment, or the item, I should say, in this level is the recorder. Oh, shoot. Oh, come over here. Thank you. Oh, of course. Ah. Easiest way to kill these guys is to try to let them come to you. Don't chase them. Because as you're chasing them, they'll randomly just turn around and kill you. See, like that. Ah. There we go. So recorder makes a cool sound. If that sounds familiar with you, sounds familiar to you, it's because you've played Super Mario 3 and you've gotten the recorder in Super Mario 3 because it's the exact same melody. Exact same melody. Now these dark knots that I just killed are going to respawn, but I don't need to kill them. I just need to try to avoid them. Sometimes it's much easier said than done, though. Oh, shoo. I was going to hit there. I'm going to kill the mummies, though, because I want to see if they give me hearts. Ooh, rubies. Nope. That door doesn't open, even if you push a block, so don't even worry about it. These guys you don't have to kill. So don't even worry about it. Actually, just go to the left. Ooh. Hey, let's do good things. And I got rubies. Ooh, that was a nice room. All sorts of goodies there. So I got my weapon, or the item, which is a recorder. I got the bomb upgrade. The only thing left to do in this level is to beat it. And here's a hint too, like a lot of times, like rooms like this, see how I'm on the ladder? They can't hit you when you're on the ladder. So whatever enemy you're trying to kill, oh. So the boss in this level, again, you can't kill him unless you play the recorder. But I'm going to show you kind of a cool way that you can kill him. It's the way I like to do it anyway. Everyone, of course, has their own strategies. But I'll show you that you can't stab them. See that? I can't stab them at all. So you need to play the recorder. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put a bomb by him, and then quickly switch the recorder. So I'm going to do this. I hope I put it close enough, and then I'm going to play the recorder. See how I bomb hit him there? And actually, I'm going to go down here. I don't need to go down here, but I'm going to go down here anyways to try to get more rubies. Plus, I love killing the mummies. They're fun. Nope. Oh my god, I think 1 or 2 more rubies. There we go. We got the 5th piece of the Triforce. So I got the magic sword. I got a magic shield. I have the bomb upgrade. There's really nothing I need in order to get to level 6. Here's another cool thing about the recorder. You play it. It's actually another way to warp. The little tornado picks you up and brings you. And it just brought me to level 5. So now it brought me to level 1. And level 1 is good because there's a warp close nearby that will warp me to level close to level 6. This is another place, oops, where the guy takes away your rubies. So again, don't go in there. And actually, there's a bomb place over here where I can get more rubies. And I'm going to need them for my next bomb upgrade. Alright, off to level 6. There's another burnable bush here. This one is safe to go into, because more medicine. As I said, she is spread throughout Iowa. There's like one or two other places too where you can get medicine from her. Nope. This gets annoying too because you want to go to one particular place and it won't take you there, and you got to keep going in and out. But I suppose it's still faster than walking. Sometimes you get lucky, you get you get to where you need to be. This is not that case. Here we go. This is. Whoop. And you'll see for in a second why I got the magic shield. These things are annoying. They shoot these things. See how it blocked it? If I didn't have the magic shield, it wouldn't have blocked it. And I killed the master one. Zols are obviously no problem. The compass. Traps, you just walk right through them. This is where they get annoying. See the blue ones, how they float around? And then you got the freaking bubbles that'll take away your sword. And you don't want to get hit by the likes because they'll take your shield. Push that. Now this room, it's going to look very intimidating, but there's a really quick way to get through it. And I'm going to show you right now. If you go up, by the way, you have to kill a Hydra to go to the next room, and that gets annoying. Ah. Map. So up here, I'm going to get the magic wand. There is one particular part of this game where the magic wand is especially useful, and it's a level 7, and I'll show you when we get there. I mean, I should say it is a very helpful item because, like, if you're missing, like, if you don't have your sword, like, you can't shoot your sword, you get this guy that shoots at long distances. And it's super helpful, except you can't kill these ghosts with it because that's their weapon of choice. Remember these guys? Watch how easy they are now. Right, so I got the magic wand. Now I just gotta go kill Hydra. Or Goma. Ah. Ooh, give me. Yes. Boy, did that come in handy. Push this guy here. You don't even need to kill those. I wouldn't recommend it because you don't want to lose your shield. If you really want to kill these guys, you can to see if you get hearts if you need hearts. If you do this right, you could just walk in here and shoot one arrow just like that, and he's dead. Boom! We got the 6th piece of the Triforce. And honestly, that's probably level 6. If you've played the game enough and you know your way around the levels, level 6 is probably the hardest. Now, level 9 is going to be the hardest for you if you've never played the game. Because it's a very, very intimidating level. Once I get the map, you'll see what I mean. He hits. Oh. So now we're off to level 7. There's nothing I need. I've got enough bombs for the bomb upgrade. Now level 7. You remember how I bought that meat earlier? I'm gonna need the meat in level 7. Perfect. This is where I want to be. We go to level 7. Level 7 is pretty easy. It can be confusing though, because it's kind of a bigger level and it's not quite as, I don't want to put it. It just helps if you know where you're going, because there's certain places you got to bomb that you might not know. You might not even think to bomb if you don't do it. One thing I want to show you first. I'm gonna get in the Lost Woods. Oh, there's another place for rubies. I forgot. There's a place called the Lost Woods, and it's kind of a shortcut to level 6 if you're in this neck of the woods. First, I'm gonna get the rubies here, though. It's 10 rubies. So this is called the Lost Woods. You're not really lost because if you just go over here, you're out. But once you're here, if you go up, I'll just show you this. So you can go up. You see how it's just the same. You go left, and go down, and go up. You see it's just the same scene. But if you go up, left, down, left. Nope. You start over. Geez, no, I forgot. Maybe it's down. Oh, I think it's down, left. Yeah, sorry. Down, left, up, left. No. For the love of God. There we go. Up, left, down, left. So that brings you over here, which is right by the graveyard. And right where I was at level 6. So, just wanted to show you that. And you just go over this way, and you're out again. These guys give you a lot of bombs. So if you ever need bombs, go find moblins and kill moblins. You'll get a lot of bombs. With this, playing the flute will dry up the lake, and then you can get into level 7. Now the weapon in level 7 is going to be the red candle. The difference between the red candle and the blue candle is that the blue candle can only be used once per screen, whereas the red candle can be used unlimited per screen. There's no limit as to how many times you're allowed to use it. You can go up here if you want. There's just keys. I think there's a key or something you can get if you really need a key. I'm not going to get it though. Let's go over here. So over here, we're going to get the bomb upgrade. We're going to leave that guy there because I don't know how long it's going to take me and I don't want it to respawn. Up here there's going to be 3 Dodongos. If you really want to kill them, you can. But you absolutely do not have to. And I'm not going to. So up here I have 200 rubies. This is the other bomb upgrade. Yes, I would like those. You? Right over here. Whoop. Whoop. Ah. Sit up. Let's see here. This is right. Whoop. Don't even bother with this guy. There's no advantage to kill him. He doesn't give you anything. So just bypass him. Again, you don't need to kill these guys, but they do give you some stuff. I mean, they give you some loot. You need bombs or rupees, or if you need hearts. Plus, they give you 5 for killing them, just like that. So the meat that I bought, this is where this is needed. This guy will not let you pass. You can sit there and shoot him all you want. It doesn't matter. He just doesn't die. There. But he takes all your meat. Luckily, you don't need it anymore after this level. Again, there's no advantage of killing these guys. You can just leave them. Bomb, don't go to the right. Bomb up, because here, rupees. Then you can bomb right over here. You save a key. You waste bombs, but you can always get more bombs. Whereas keys are a lot more scarce. See, as I was saying, bombs. Always get more bombs. I think it's down. Yep, down. A lot of Garai on this level. Their magic boomerang doesn't go as far as mine. Here you just blast a hole. So, I'll leave that open. Down that stairwell is the red candle. Again, it's one of those items you don't need to have it to beat the game, but I like to get it just because it makes me feel warm and tingly inside. This is what I mean by the level gets kind of confusing because people don't realize you need to blast a hole over to the right in order to get anywhere. Now this guy you have to kill because the door won't open unless you do. So again, put my bomb right there. He's going to split into 3 after I do this. See how much easier that was? Here. The Don goes, do not kill them. Do not waste your bombs. Just blast a hole over to the right. Oops. This is where I mentioned the magic wand comes in handy because it can be really annoying trying to, because there's wall masters and you can't, every time you get hit by a bubble you lose and they don't come out of the wall until you go close to it. So instead of my sword, because they can't take away the wand, do not get the clock. At least not until after you kill them all. So in this room you just push the middle block like that. Boss of this level is none other than Aquamentus again, but he's going to be much easier this time because you have the magic sword. It only takes 2 shots. You can also kill him with bombs if you want. You got to go up close to him. But, boom, dead. And there we have it. Level 7's complete. We have level 8, and then we go right to level 9. And again, I have everything I need for level 8. Really, all I need for level 8 is the medicine, just because. I think I can't get the whistle when I'm invincible like that. I think the whistle will take me to level 2. Oh, nope, and I can't use the whistle there because it'll draw out the lake. So, well, we'll go here. That's close enough. Son of a gun. Alright, gonna go down to level 8. Just close to level 2. It's down a ways. I think there's a store right here. Yep. There's another shield for 90. So keep that in mind. See how the meat, by the way? See the meat is 100 here? Where I got it was 60. So it's... like, it wasn't like 60 and then there's 65. It's significantly more expensive. Getting lucky with the clocks, with the stopwatches rather. This is level 8. So, a couple things. Level 8 has the magic book. I don't get the magic book. It's useless. Basically what it does is when you shoot your wand, fire will be at the end of wherever it hits. And I just don't find it useful. It's going to save you some bombs. It's going to save you some time. And it's to the left a couple of rooms. You got to kill a bunch of... it's just, I don't recommend it. If you want to, you can. I just don't recommend it. Because it really is pretty useless. Actually, I don't really need that either. But I'm going to get it because I'm kind of dumb like that. Manhandler. So the two items in level 8 are the magic book, which I mentioned. Also the magic key. I don't really need the magic key because I know basically everywhere I need to go. But I would recommend, if I were you, getting it if you're new at the game, because it eliminates the need to have a key, to have to acquire keys. And once you get to level 9, you'll be thankful you have it. Come here. So in this room, what I like to do is I like to kill all of them except for one. And I'll show you why once I do it. Or I'll explain why once I do it. Ah. Oh, God. So I'm going to leave that one there. Another manhandler. He's kind of all over the game. The map. Equip your arrows right away. Go up here. Yeah, this dude. I got lucky. It's 3 shots. Sometimes you don't get all 3 of them. Do not go up there. There's no use to going there. Go to the right instead. Oh, that's helpful. I've been really lucky with the stopwatches. Holy crap. God, another one. Here's the magic key. The skeleton key, whatever you want to call it. But again, it gets rid of the use. Now I don't need to acquire keys anymore. See where by the key where it says A? That means you have all of them. So this is the reason I didn't kill all those dark knots in that room. I didn't want them to respawn. So now there's only going to be that one left that I have to kill in order to open the door to the right. Again, this is a classic example. Unless you have to kill enemies, just leave them. There was nothing else in that room that I was going to need. So just get out of there as soon as you can. Arrows. I got another stopwatch. Oh my gosh. Man, I just keep getting stopwatches. So Hydra is the monster here again. Again, not even worth my time killing them. See, 10th enemy has one. So what that means is when you go through the game, if you need bombs, you need at least one bomb to do this. So for every 9 enemies that you kill in a row without getting hit and without getting a fairy, you kill 9 in a row, can't be hit, you can't get a fairy. The 10th enemy that you kill with a bomb, that enemy, doesn't matter who they are, will give you bombs. But again, you cannot, it's got to be 9 consecutive enemies in a row, you cannot get hit, and you cannot get a fairy. I just stand here and whoop his butt. Level 8's done. Now it's on to level 9, where we gotta kill Ganon. I got everything I need. I got my medicine. Got all the pieces of the Triforce. We're gonna take a warp over there. We're going back to by where level 6 was and by where I got the magic sword. We're going to Death Mountain. That's where Ganon's hideout is. Nope. There you go. Off to level 9 to find and destroy Ganon. Once you get good at Legend of Zelda, I want to show you this quick. I hope this isn't where they take your rubies away. Nope. So money-making game. I'm going to explain this to you. See all those negative 10s? What money-making game is, it costs, you have to have 10 rubies to play. But if you pick the wrong one, you can either get minus 10 or minus 40. But if you pick the right one, you get either plus 20 or plus 50. So again, it's like gambling, basically. I don't ever play it because I just don't like to risk my rubies. Oops. We're off to level 9. This is Death Mountain, where we're at. P-hats you cannot kill with the clock. See that? The reason is because they're actually flying. And you have to wait until they land before you can kill them. Here is level 9. Put the bombs on. See how I got the full Triforce there? Pretty neat, huh? Got different music in this one. Now, if I didn't have all the Triforce pieces, there would be a guy standing there letting me know that I couldn't get in. So you absolutely have to have all the all the Triforce pieces. Again, be very careful with those likes. If you don't have a magic shield, though, and they get a hold of you, they actually act as a shield, and you can't get hit once they have you. So the way I'm showing you, this is the quickest way to go through this level. You see how I bombed a hole, couple, like the second room that I got into to the left. This level could be very confusing because there's a lot of stairs, and if you take the wrong stairs, it takes you to different parts of the level you don't need to be at. So, and it gets frustrating. It really takes a lot of practice to beat this level. The Wizrobes here. Now, if you just go through here with just walk right through, they can't hurt you. I mean, they can hurt you, but they don't shoot. But just keep walking. Forget this guy's name, but he's only in level 9, and he is kind of annoying. Only a sword can kill him. You gotta be careful when he spreads his stuff out like that. If you're not good at killing him, he can actually hurt you. He takes 1 heart away from you every time he hits you. You really gotta be careful. So the first item we're gonna get, again, it's not needed, but it is very helpful to have. We're gonna get the red ring because then it strengthens your armor even more. So once you kill that guy, you go down here, equip your bombs. There's gels here. We're also going to get the map. You're going to blow. You don't even need to go to those locked doors. Don't waste your time. Got this guy again. You got to kill those things around him first. You can't kill him until you kill those things. There's the map. See how big that map is? It's very confusing too. Blast a hole up here. You got more of the Wizrobes to fight, and this one is a little bit weirder because of the room. I should say a little bit easier, not weirder. Right here. Voila. Red ring. So the next thing that we need to get, we have to get the silver arrow, and we need the silver arrow. If we don't have the silver arrow, we cannot beat the game. The other thing that you need to have is your mat. You do need to have the magic sword. So it is a necessity. If you don't have the magic sword, you cannot stab at Ganon. Or I should say you can. Don't know that you can actually. I think you can, but it just takes a lot longer. But you might need the magic sword in order to kill him. You'll see what I mean. So here you bomb a hole to the left. And guess what you get to kill? More of these guys. They're really annoying. Okay. Just go right to the left. Don't even bother unlocking those doors. It's a waste of time. And it can be confusing because you're going to end up going into staircases you don't need to go in. Five rubies. Ah. See how much damage this guy can do to you? Glad I have medicine. Oh, I think it's up. This gets really hard up here. Stupid bubbles. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, just push this guy right here. Voila, there's the silver arrow. Okay, got the silver arrow, got the red ring. It is time to go defeat Ganon. Go back into the staircase here. You're gonna go up. You got a bunch of likes right here. Again, be careful because they like to take your shield. Oh, see, he got me. And I lost my shield. It's a good thing we're almost there. But now the Wizrobes can hurt me. I mean, they could hurt me before, but now they can shoot me with their booze, whatever you want to call them. These guys are easy, though. Watch, they have a pattern they follow. Watch this. And you can shoot both of them at a time. You can hit them. Just let them do that. Just stand there. You don't need to kill them. You can just go up, but I figure they're so easy. And you get 5 rubies for your trouble. Oh, that would have been helpful getting first. You can see these guys are all over the freaking game, this level. A blast hole over to the left. Fairy would be nice, but and here we go, guys. So to kill Ganon, there's really no... You just stab around. You gotta stab him 4 times in order for him to appear. And there's really no rhyme or reason how to do this. You just kind of walk around and you just get lucky, I guess. You could try to anticipate where he's going to be by seeing where his fireballs are coming from. Or his energy balls. So there's 2. There's 3. Now I just got to hit him one more time. Just to be safe. See how the medicine fills up my strength? The last time I stab him, he'll turn brown. When you see him turn brown, that's when you can shoot him with the arrow. Oops. Oops, I have the arrow equipped. And there is your Triforce of power. Shoot, hit the flames. It's a Zelda! So if you really want to, you can start a new quest. It's a second quest. I'm not that familiar with the second quest. It's a lot harder, but it gives it a new, fresh take. If you want to, you can. The other thing you can do is when you start the game, you name your character. If you name your character Zelda, you actually start right from the second quest. So, anyways, guys, that is your Legend of Zelda walkthrough for all you new Legend of Zelda fans. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. My Twitter handle is there. It's Gamerlim, at Gamerlim. I also have a YouTube channel called Phantom Limb Gamer, so you can subscribe to that. And actually, this video is going right to YouTube. I'm also on Facebook. You can go to Facebook and look up Video Games Anonymous. You can send me a request to join the page, and I will accept. And if you have any questions for me, so either tweet or if you go to YouTube, you can comment on YouTube with the video. But again, my name is Patrick, or Phantom Limb Gamer. Thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you another time. Bye, guys.